So what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Robert, if this is your first time tuning in. So in today's video, we're going to quickly cover April 2025 real estate market, the updates. I do have a property on the market and kind of give you some details about that, and as well as what I'm seeing in the market as well. Again, I'm not a real estate agent, just a real estate investor, and just kind of giving what I see through my lens in my area. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. Again, if you get any value from this, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this video. It's actually pretty humid here in South Texas. We had some rain this morning, and yeah, it's getting a little humid and hot, and the mosquitoes are starting to come out. But and we have some big mosquitoes here in Texas. So yeah, let me go ahead and get into this. So what I'm seeing so far is the houses are not moving so much as far as traditional real estate, as far as traditional residential homes go. They are not moving that quickly. They're staying on the market a very long time, longer than usual, longer than they did last year. And again, a lot of that is due to high interest rates. People just don't have as much money. People are a little bit worried. There's a little bit of uncertainty in the market, so they're kind of holding on to whatever cash they do have, which isn't even much today. So we've had some people. So real quickly, I guess, so I do have a home on the market. It's been on the market for a few months, which is out of the ordinary for our area, but most houses are staying on the market for months at a time, way longer than they did last year. Again, like I said, interest rates, people don't have as much money, but coming up March 7th, I believe, we have the Fed meeting, so we'll see if they cut rates. If they cut rates, you know, real estate may pick up a little bit more. People might start spending a little bit more money as well, so we'll see what happens with that. But as of right now, the home has been on the market for almost 5 months, so it's been on the market for a while. I will leave a link down below in the description for anyone who is interested, but I am including a vacant lot I own next door with a full asking price as well, just to help incentivize the sale of that property. But yes, homes are sitting a very long time. Even newly remodeled homes that look in impeccable condition are still staying on the market a long time. They are getting a lot of views, a lot of visits, and a lot of saves online, but people just don't have the money to pick it up. The interest rates are too high, so the mortgage payment is going to be way too much, and people's incomes are not keeping up with the prices of a home today, when you count in the insurance cost, the mortgage interest, mortgage payment, and all the other things that come with home ownership. So people are kind of sitting on the sidelines, waiting for more money, waiting to save up more money, and waiting for rates to go down as well. It's a really tough market right now in my area. We're not seeing a whole lot of homes that are being sold. In my area, I think we had 1 or 2 homes sold in a given month, the last 2 months, I believe, because I get those little reports, and that's not really good. You know, let's just extrapolate this out through a year. That's 12 homes, 12 to 24 max in a year, which is super uncommon for my area, and we have a decent sized population around here. So that's not good. You know, people are not buying, people don't have money. For me particularly, I have a home on the market. We've had interest, we just have had people not be able to qualify. One of the things we are seeing is that lenders are tightening up the restrictions as well on who they are lending the money out to as well. Some feedback for them is, you know, they need to work on their credit, they need to come up with a bigger down payment. There's been all types of feedback from prospective buyers for one of my properties, and again, they're just tightening up their restrictions on who they're going to lend the money out to. One, there's a lot of uncertainty. The economy is not in the best shape. It's good, but it's not in the best shape it can be. So again, they're just trying to minimize their risk, and doing so, it's cutting out a lot of people out of the market. So again, homes aren't moving. Now, as far as land goes, there are a couple, land's a different animal, a different beast, usually because a lot of people buy in cash, or they have different ways of financing land. So that's a little bit different, but we are seeing some bigger properties that have moved And just all of a sudden within the past week, we saw about 3 large tracts of land that just sold for between $4 million to $10 million in just my close proximity. So that's crazy. That's really nice to see, because we haven't seen that happen here recently. It's been pretty slow even in the land market. But to have 3 sell, we don't know if it was the same buyer, but to have 3 properties of that value sell is a good sign for land, at least for landowners, as well as your property values will increase if you own land. But as far as smaller tracts as well, those are more appealing towards smaller investors or smaller homeowners who may want to build. Those are not moving as much. I've seen a couple deals fall through. They will be pending, and then all of a sudden they'll be contingent, and then they will not go through. So we've seen some of those as well. Probably similar issues with lenders just tightening up the requirements and just not lending out the money. Or it could also be, people go out and get vehicle notes or other types of debt that kind of puts their property in a non-approval state. So that could be something as well. But again, small pieces of land are not moving as well. They're kind of moving similarly to the residential real estate market. Again, people who are buying small pieces of land, small tracts, are typically looking to live there. It's not necessarily an investment. It's more of a homestead or a place to call home. So that looking at the long-term value of it, or how much money can they make from it, they're looking at it from a starting a family or moving there perspective, versus the people who are buying these large tracts of land either have a lot of money, so it doesn't really matter if they make money on it or not, or 2, they know that, okay, I have the minerals on this property, that's worth money, or there's a well on there, that's worth money, I can sell water. They are looking at the cattle that they can sell. They're looking at many ways that they can make money. They can sell hunts, leases, etc. So it's more of an investment once you start getting into these larger tracts of properties, these larger tracts of land. So that's again what I'm seeing here in my area. Again, I personally have 1 property on the market. My sister has 1, and then my aunt has another property, a vacant lot as well. And it's just really, really slow. People don't have money. For the vacant lot, which is a small lot in a prime location, we have had, I think, like 4 or 5 people try to get approved for it, and every single one has been falling through. Again, we are doing it ourselves, no realtor on that one, and I am doing that deal for my aunt. And again, people are just not qualifying. They just aren't getting approved for these smaller notes, which is crazy. But that's where we are right now. We'll see if we get any kind of rate cut here in May. If we do, I'm hoping that we see a nice little uptick in the real estate market, and I will give you guys an update if that is what does happen. Now, if they don't cut the rates, we're probably gonna have a little bit longer pain as far as the real estate market goes. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what Mr. Jerome Powell decides to do. Without further ado, be careful, be good, take care, and God bless. See you guys in the next video. Bye bye.